It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9. Power 108.9, a station for the people. I'd like to welcome everybody to the number one favorite station at ATL, Power 108.9.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9 for our folks over at 404 Computer Repair. Where do I start? iPhone and Android screen replacement starting at only $69. And not only that, they do it all. Really, computer repair, tablet repair, Xbox, iMac. Honestly, yeah, they do it all. Call them 404-259-0183. Once again, 404-259-0183. Now, I got to be real with you. My family and I have been clients with them for a while. As a matter of fact, 404 Computer Repair repaired the iPhone screen of our then high school freshman who is now in his mid-20s. What? So, if you're looking for affordability, great quality of workmanship, and a team that will get the job done the first time, call our friends over at 404 Computer Repair. Hey, they're located just minutes from the Battery, Atlanta, right there, 360 Cobb Parkway, Southeast in Marietta, Georgia. Hey, just give them a call, though, 404-259-0183. And, of course, tell them you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-off, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
The opinions and views expressed by this program are those of the program host, and guest, and do not necessarily reflect the views of Power 108.9 and its officials. We hope you enjoy.
Yeah. The Unbroken experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before.
Cheers. We are here, and that means it is Thursday, and you are listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. As you know, I have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. Tonight's topic is from the man's POV, from the man's point of view. And and I'm excited. Of course, I've got your favorite co-host in the building, G Cool, that's going to join us, and special guest and friend to the show, and my guy, Ace Your Waist, who was here last April. And so much has transpired since then, so I can't wait to introduce him to you guys, or reintroduce him to you guys on Sin's Corner. And you know I have that 7:30 crazy for you at the 7:30 hour. And what would Sin say at the top of the 8 o'clock hour? I have a few birthday shout outs. I have to shout out my mommy's birthday is next Thursday, August 18th. Shout out to the fabulous, the Queenie, okay? My girl Nicole Coley, her birthday is next Saturday. Can't wait to celebrate great. And today's birthday, my cousin Ron in Maryland, and my brother, you all are familiar with him. He's been on the show many times with the Love Crew, comedian Rod Minger. It's his birthday today as well. Shout out, happy birthday, all ages. Hope you have a wonderful and amazing birthday. Make sure you stay tuned in and you share. When we come back, it's time for Sin's Corner. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for today's very best tasting juices and smoothies? Then look no further than coldpressgwinnett.org. Our premium juices are never diluted and never pasteurized. They are always 100% delicious and 100% organic. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's time to give your body what it craves to stay fit and healthy. Give us a call at 678-696-1011 to place your orders today, or visit us online at coldpressgwinnett.org. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's the very best tasting juice you'll ever have.
Hive is the all-new online eyewear boutique and is your new spot for hand-picked, fashion framed glasses. Styles for men and women for winter, summer, spring, and fall. Everything you need to protect your eyes and look good doing it. Check us out online at hive-life.com. That's HYVE-life.com. And on Insta at Hive_Hive, helping your vision evolve. Trendy, classic, fashion frames.
If you've never been to Power 108, let me tell you something. It smells amazing. I don't know where the smell is coming from. It looks vacuumed. The microphone has definitely been sanitized. Okay, like this is a no COVID zone. Okay, this is a no germ zone. Okay, yes. I wanted to cough, but I'm scared. Surgery. If I cough, I feel like somebody's gonna come get me. It's gonna be like, "Skr, come with me."
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
What's going on, y'all? This is Tony Hightower, and you are listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. It's time for Sin's Corner. When I just bring you my corner, we just have a little conversation before we get right into our topic. And I have my special guest and friend to the show, Mr. Ace Yo Way. Say hey to the people.
Hey, what's up, Syndy?
Welcome back.
It's a pleasure.
Look at you, right from the gym.
Yes,
you know,
yes, straight from the gym, right?
Still acing wastes out there.
Still acing them wastes. Yeah.
So I want to catch up because it's been a while. We just looked off air when you were here.
Right.
That was April.
It was April.
Does it seem short or long?
It seems like it was much. I feel like it was shorter. I didn't have any idea it had been April.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was within a year, to be honest. I was like, was it last year around this time, September?
Right.
No,
it's been a while, and so much from the outside looking in to you. So much has evolved since then. We'll get into that in a little bit. But you didn't, because you didn't come on until April. So, of course, you weren't at last year's, not this year's, but last year's radio anniversary. So this year was your first time.
I made it.
And how did you feel about it?
Well, first of all, I really like the way we do things in Atlanta.
Yes.
You ain't nobody from here, but it's something about being here. Like it's the like
whole vibe.
Yeah, like it's like we just like like let's step out.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like so,
yes.
like I was very pleased. I really liked it. I liked the atmosphere, and it's like, not to say I was shocked because it's like the energy I felt the first time I was there.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I would only assume that the people you would have involved would also, emanate that, right? Yeah. So I felt good about it. Then I knew so many people,
right?
And then I felt good about the round table conversation. I liked that it was a very eclectic group of men. I liked the venue.
Yes,
the venue was
wasn't
nice.
it dope?
And first of all, there was something that they did mention the venue that y'all was across the street from the place that served the biggest margaritas in Atlanta, and I got wasted. a little bit
beforehand because you were one of the few that came on time. Few of the VIP guests, because the VIP guests were to come early so y'all could eat. Because you know when it comes to events and the event gets going, everybody pulls at us, and a lot of times we don't get to eat when the food is around. You were on time, so y'all went across the street, but it was cool. I mean,
we went across the street, had a couple margaritas, and got back, and we held it together until about.
No. Don't because later in the night, let me tell you, people were lit. People were feeling lovely, feeling wonderful. I swear, some people went home with some people they didn't know that night.
With, right? No, but really, it was really a good environment. I'm glad that I was a part of it. Like, got a chance to put some clothes on.
Yes,
you know, like,
all the men, everyone looked amazing, but the men in general, but especially you guys on the panel, looked absolutely amazing. And you all came in your own vibe,
right? And
I just loved it. And I specifically. Picked or approved, if it was G Cool's suggestion. But I wanted good conversation. I wanted people who would be real in their conversation, and all walks of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's real life.
Right. You got that. You had that.
Yes.
With that
you
panel.
have good men that look different, and or
are different.
Are different. Yeah, look different. Visually are different, come from different walks of life, have different mindsets, have different ways that they live their life, have different beliefs. But it was just absolutely amazing. That night was for the men. That was for the men. So you haven't been to the last 2 years. Last 2 years were dope. Every year gets better, but they were more just a celebration, right?
Got you.
This was the first year that I had a theme. And it literally, as I was planning, well ahead. I usually start planning almost right after the anniversary celebration, So like after this one, I started pondering over the next one. And it literally didn't come to me till maybe whenever you got the message, that's when it came to me. I think it was only maybe a 2 or 3 months prior to February, perhaps. It was a very short window, but it just was like, it dropped in my spirit that I wanted good men to be heard. And that was the point. Tell me what you feel about the man's voice, and if you feel as if men are being heard these days.
I believe that men's voices, it depends on what that voice is saying.
Okay.
I believe that, with what was they called, the toxic masculinity thing, I started to hear a few years ago, and I do believe that there's a such thing as that. Okay. Like, I believe I was raised in it, right?
Okay.
But there's also a certain a man is a different being than a woman, right? So even as far as like, the way we speak to each other, the way that we handle each other, the way that we console each other is different. So I believe that now it's like with this cancel culture bleeding into not just media and entertainment and just to life in general. Like it's very hard for a man's voice to be exuberant and loud and if he feels like it's not going to be politically viewed as right. So a lot of times society's going to view it as right, or the right way you should have said this or done that, or who did you offend. So I do think, the people, right, our voice is being muted a little bit because people are afraid to lose things.
Yeah.
I believe that in this society, it would be kind of crazy for me to say that men overall voice is not being heard, because it's kind of a men-driven, society.
Sure.
But I do believe on certain aspects, like even this, right? Like how you discipline your children,
okay,
right? I don't believe that just hauling off and, physical is the way.
Right.
I don't. I believe it's necessary if it's necessary, but I don't believe it's the way.
Right. Agreed.
But that goes into your style of parenting. That goes into what you believe is best for your child, which
Is
is
it believe that is best or what we know?
what we know.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get those two confused.
Yes.
Because we know what we know, and that's all that we know. So we believe that it's best because there's nothing else to compare it to.
Yes.
I wasn't raised with the diplomacy to have a voice.
Our generation did not have that.
Off
Do
the
what I
rip,
said,
do what I
and
said, don't make me say
ask
it
no
again.
questions. Right.
So I do a little different.
I same. And I think I look at parents my age or or older, and there's some that are like me that I've never like whooped my children like I got whooped, or like me and my siblings got whooped.
You
but I'll
probably
pop.
can't.
I can't. I
you're to
don't
jail
have
now.
it in me. Right. But I really don't have it in me to do that. To me, I look at it as a man putting their hand on a woman. And I don't want to instill that fear in my children. Now, I popped, and I've definitely put my hands on them. Don't get me wrong. And I've definitely, asserted myself as the authority figure. But that, just wait till you get home, and then I'm giving you the business. Like, I just don't have it in me I can't do it. And I also think about how I felt.
When that was,
It did not influence my decision making. It only influenced how much I hide what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, how much better I got at not getting caught.
Yes. But when you discipline that generates respect, then that doesn't mean they'll be perfect, but they'll think more about what they're doing because they understand the purpose. Like, I communicate, my children are young, they're 10 and 12, but I still, for years have communicated with them why a decision has been made, rather than how when we grew up, it was go to your room or you're getting a whooping and no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
you become desensitized to that.
Yeah.
So, I hated to segue into the parenting piece, but that's the biggest place in my life where I feel like anything is being chipped away at my male voice.
Okay.
That's the one piece where I feel
I want to save that, especially, with, two men being here and me having a husband. And I think I definitely want to make sure I spend some. Don't do that. My bad. A whole senior citizen back there. My bad. But your kid is grown. That's why I was thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about you. But I want to have that conversation. But before we, take a break, I wanted to ask you, and I mentioned this at some point in time on the show, with the new conversations on podcasts and posts and tweets about, men saying, well, what are you bringing to the table? And, the Dutch, and what are you doing? Is that the men trying to feel appreciated? Like, where do you think that is coming from?
I believe that is coming from a few different things.
Okay.
Right? First of all.
You make me laugh when I see that smirk.
Because it's a few. First of all.
Okay.
I believe in some aspects, brothers don't got it.
What you mean?
They can't afford it.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Like, dating in 2020 anything is definitely about 70% higher than it was in 2000 anything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Brothers don't got anything. 2002 cost you a whole lot less to date two different chicks this week because you single and you dating. But in 2002, you could have knocked that off for 200.
Yeah, right.
In 2022,
right,
500.
Right. No, and I believe that because I know when I go out by myself, that's almost a $200.
You be wanting somebody to split it.
I be like, damn.
But you by yourself.
Or if I'm with my husband, I know it's coming out the same account. It's like, damn.
It's really not the same.
Yeah.
So that's the smirk part. Like, brothers don't got it.
Okay.
Like, and
thank you for being honest about that.
Yeah, and I think that they're trying to be honest about that up front.
But they're not saying that.
No, because especially if they look like us, there's a lot of pride that comes with talking about finance.
Sure.
There's a lot of shame that comes with talking about finances that you don't have, that you feel you should, that we as a black culture, we don't talk about money growing up in our houses. We talk about the lack thereof.
Sure. Yeah.
We don't talk about what to do with it. We don't talk about how it is to manage it. We talk about the fact we ain't got it.
Right.
So once you do have it, you don't know how to talk about how to manage it with your partner or significant other because you've never talked about it with your parents. They've never talked about it with their parents. So like when it comes to finances, it's almost like this dark little crevice. Even if I've been in places where I had all the money and I've been in places where I didn't have money. And I was the same way about how I felt about talking about my money with my partner. So like that may be their way of saying, look, I really ain't got it, but I'm going to play this role like, no, I believe in this standard of we going to.
Right. And this is my personal opinion. The men that I know, especially, I can't even say the black men, white men, Indian, Asian, the men that I know, when they have it, they want to take care of it. And so I think there's some validity in what you're saying. I want to pause there. I want to take a break so we can bring in G Cool, who stepped in the building before we do 7:30 Crazy. But I want to dive into any other, what are they trying to say with this whole, what are you bringing to the table kind of conversation. All right, y'all, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to say hey to your favorite co-host, G Cool. And he's been on tour on the road. I need to see what's been happening with him lately. And then, of course, at 7:30 Crazy. At the 7:30 hour, make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media.
Can I find you?
Instagram
at Power 108.9
and Facebook
at Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Okay.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the number one favorite station at ATL, Power 108.9.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Are you looking for today's very best tasting juices and smoothies? Then look no further than coldpressgwinnett.org. Our premium juices are never diluted and never pasteurized. They are always 100% delicious and 100% organic. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's time to give your body what it craves to stay fit and healthy. Give us a call at 678-696-1011 to place your orders today, or visit us online at coldpressgwinnett.org. That's coldpressgwinnett.org. It's the very best tasting juice you'll ever have.
Hive is the all-new online eyewear boutique and is your new spot for hand-picked, fashion framed glasses. Styles for men and women for winter, summer, spring, and fall. Everything you need to protect your eyes and look good doing it. Check us out online at hive-life.com. That's HYVE-life.com. And on Insta at Hive_Hive, helping your vision evolve. Trendy, classic, fashion frames.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Malik McFadden, and did you know that you can listen to Power 108.9 24/7? Just visit the website, power1089.com, or simply say, Alexa, play Power 108.9. Yeah.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We're just finishing out Sin's Corner before 7:30 Crazy, and your favorite co-host popped in the building, Mr. G Cool. Say hey to the people.
Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back.
What's happening?
And we have your guy that joined us again.
That's
You
my
go ahead.
guy.
I've introduced him, but you go ahead and give him his introduction.
That's my dog. That's my man. That's Ace, baby. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
I know. Okay, so you have been on the road.
Yes.
Doing your thing. So you had This Is Fitness and Ebony Fitness. Give us a rundown of what those two entities were, how it turned out, and what's coming up next.
Well, the FDL This Is Fitness Tour just kicked off. We did two cities. We did Atlanta. We did Cleveland. Ebony Fit Weekend is at the end, so they just did Atlanta.
Okay.
And when it comes to Atlanta, I host Atlanta.
Okay.
And then this last tour for this year will be in Miami.
Okay.
I'm
When
going,
is that?
I think it's September 9th.
Okay.
I think
Right
about
after Labor
September
Day?
9th. Yep.
Okay.
It's about a month away. And then I actually am going to kick the tour off with them in 2023 in Houston.
Ooh.
So I did, I blew it up, all my antics to kick it
Yes.
off. We did a Thursday night here for the first time, and it was a success. So we're going to Houston, and Houston was a success. So now we're going to double them up in Houston and cut this thing
I
up.
love it. What does that event look like?
So my class is at night.
Yes.
You know that, but I don't know if the fans know. My class is at night, and I have it looked like a black, mean, aggressive circus.
Yeah.
With fitness involved.
Right.
So I had the lineup of everybody that was initially on the This Is Fitness tour. So now when we're going to Houston, we're just going to have everybody that's dope that's going to make the most sense to kick off Thursday. So it's the kickoff to the weekend on Thursday night. Of course, why not fireworks and flames and entertainment for a fitness class. So I'm going to send everybody to that page before we get out of here to see kind of how it went.
Yes. And when it comes to Miami and Houston, make sure you let me know, because I can tap into the recession-proof chapters out there.
Yeah.
That could be their in-person event for
You
the
better
month.
let them know where they coming.
I'm going to let them know, child.
I ain't with that mess. Ain't no standing around watching.
I need all them videos with the recession-proof shirt so we can see who fell out and who didn't, right?
Oh, I love that. Right.
Ace. All right. So I've been looking at some of your recent videos of your workouts and things like that. Okay. So when I look at them, who can do that?
Ace can do that. And the Ace-ites.
When I look at it, it takes not the outer strength, like the inner, what I see from the outside looking in. It takes a type of inner strength that has nothing to do with what you look like on the outside.
Right. So
Please break that down.
a lot of the things that I do on my page are kind of like showcases.
Okay.
Like for the everyday mundane training that I do, right? I train and I work out in a way that's very functional. It makes everyday life things easy.
Okay.
Like if you think about how it feels when you get out your car, you grab groceries, and you got a flight of stairs, or you got multiple things you got to carry, reach back, kick your door, walk in, hold the thing, hold. It's like very functional movements. So the things I do on Instagram I try to showcase stability, functionality, flexibility, and core strength. Like the things that allow you to hold your body straight out in, space without anything holding you.
Right.
So I do these things because I started to train this way to take pressure off my joints.
Okay.
I had a lot of joint issues from sports and different things. So I was like, how can I train like I'm lifting heavy weight without heavy weight?
Right.
Because my shoulders and my knees and my hips, when I hit my late 30s, it began to be like tough to do. So I started that, and then it grew in so many ways. So those things you see on my page, nobody does them.
Okay.
To answer your question,
But I wanna
nobody
do
but me.
it.
But no, really, I
don't
train you in a way to
think I
make
have the
that
discipline. I don't think I have the discipline.
Oh,
for
you
that.
do.
I do.
You're a savage.
You do.
It looks like it requires.
You were coming to the burn.
Me not having wine.
You don't know. Well,
I mean,
not at the same time.
Well, not at the same.
maybe after.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
after.
The workout.
Oh, as long as I can have it.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
have to cut it.
Okay, so let's speak on that for example. When it comes to someone like me, I eat good.
Okay.
You won't see me eating a bunch of junk. I'm not a junk food eater. You won't see me eating a lot of chips or even, candy like that. Like I might have my little occasion, I get this candy for my kids. Why are you looking at
I'm
me
just
like
waiting
that?
to hear where you about to go with this.
Oh, I was like, I get this
you
candy
are
for
a
my
foodie.
kids.
You are a foodie.
Right, but I don't eat unhealthy is what I'm saying. I love to dine. That's what he's talking about. I just love to go to restaurants, try the different foods, have the whole experience. But see, you haven't been out with me to see that I actually don't eat.
So hold
I mean,
up.
I
You just want the
eat.
experience?
Oh, the experience for me is having real foodies with me. And me taking them to a restaurant that I know that they will love the food, and they're like, "Yes, Syndy, this was great. What's the next spot?" And me, I'm here for the wine.
Right.
I am here for the wine.
Right.
Okay.
Like you'll see all the videos and stuff. That's their food. That's their
I
food.
have seen on your page some pretty,
Mm-hmm.
some fancy little dishes. I'm
Yes.
talking about they fancy when they're on the white plate and your food
Yes.
only take up the little place.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's now I'll eat that, and I'll definitely tear up some oysters. It's from my plate. It's gonna be oysters. It's gonna have greenery. Like when I go to my favorite taco place, I have them make the street tacos on a bed of mixed spring lettuce.
Yeah.
And like I've had people say, "What did you order?" And I'm like, "I just had the tacos like you have. I just have them put on a bed of lettuce and things." But everybody else's plate, I'm like, "Yeah, that looks great," you know.
Right.
But I'm here for the drinks. My point in all of that is when it comes to the food, I don't eat bad. And I don't do a lot of sweetie pie drink. You won't see a pina colada and all the sugars. Wine, red wine specifically. I don't really do white wine, and skinny margaritas. But for someone like me, I don't think I'll ever be in the best shape that I could because I like my drinks.
You can't tell us that.
Why?
You can't say that. I don't think I'll ever be in the best shape.
Don't y'all tell me we can't have drinks, right?
Don't you can have something to drink. I drink. I'm a maniac.
Oh, but men are different though.
No, they're not.
No.
You have babies.
Please tell the
Get your
people.
respect.
Why
Own
they
your
not-
respect. Own your respect.
Okay.
I mean, like anything is always in moderation, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, with fitness, you don't know what your body can handle. Like the body is amazing. The body can do things. It can recover on its own, even though you're treating it like trash.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
recover. So to say that, for those who listen, to say that you can't do it, you can do it. You can do both actually. But when you're trying to reach a goal, that's when we curtail different
Sure,
things.
gotcha. Got it.
Okay, you want that stomach to come down, that liquor got to go. That fast food eating out has to go.
Eating out is
Has
not the
to
same
go.
as fast food.
It
Don't do
is.
that. No, it ain't. Because you don't even come to my.
Ace is a nutritionist, and he will let you know.
I bet you ain't been to the restaurants I've been to
I've
because
seen
this
your
is what I
restaurants.
do.
Right.
Okay, I go to nice restaurants.
Don't get fussed at.
All I will say is this, right? What G says is exactly right. Like being in shape has very little to do with what you drink and eat.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say it like that. Like being in shape is not an aesthetic. You can't measure that with aesthetics.
Okay.
I can't look at you and say she's in shape. I can look at you and say you're lean. I can look at you and say you're muscular. I can look at you and say you're fat.
Sure.
But I can't say you're in shape, and I'll tell you why. Have you ever seen a person in real life that plays offensive tackle in the NFL? Have you ever seen one of them in real life?
I don't know the positions, but are they overweight?
They're usually like 6'7", 350
Yes,
to
and I
400
wonder how they
pounds.
can play.
So if we talking about aesthetics, you would look at them and say, gosh, he's out of shape. But that big 380-pound dude can outrun you, outlift you, outtrain you, got more endurance, more flexibility, and stamina. And he's 400 pounds.
Gotcha.
Because he's in great shape.
Gotcha.
Will he win a bodybuilding competition? Hell no.
Right, right.
Because the way he eats.
Got it.
So what G is saying is, we can get you in shape. Keep your wine.
Got it.
But if you start talking about, hey, I want to look like this, I want to taper this off, that's when we say, okay,
y'all
the
for
excess
that.
wine calories, we got to omit those.
Thank you.
That's when that happens. But we can get you in shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
For that clarification, I think I'm on the right track.
Don't play with Ace. Don't play with Ace.
Well, both of you all, thank you. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. It's time for that 7:30 crazy. Make sure you stay tuned in and you share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Tired of all that baloney they force feed you on social media?
Yes.
Then get connected to Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
And here we go.
Call me crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Boy, you so crazy.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. It's time for that 7:30 crazy. I don't know if you remember, but I read a news article or from the Shade Room and we decide whether we think it's 7:30 crazy or not. Okay? All right, I'm going to read the title. You guys have perhaps have heard of this trending topic at this point, not sure. Crystal Smith files for divorce from Neo. Filing alleges he fathered a child with another woman.
Ooh.
All right. And then I'm going to read to you briefly. Not even read to you. She did a post, not even a story, but it looked like it was on her story, but she posted it to her page, and she basically broke down 8 years of lies and deception, and how throughout the years she has tolerated numerous women and the mentality of a narcissist, et cetera, et cetera. So I know you probably think I'm asking the 7:30 crazy, whether she stayed with him in the past. So that's not it.
Okay.
My 7:30 crazy question is, was it 7:30 crazy for him to enter into yet another committed long-term relationship? This one he married. The other one we know of, Manetta Shaw, that he was with for a very long time and fathered, I think, 2 or 3 children with. And then, married. And I do know that she accepted him back some time ago. I don't know what the reason, for that they were going to split, and then he did extra work, but obviously we might know what it might be. Is it 7:30 crazy for him to clearly this is a way of life for him, that maybe he's not a monogamous type, to enter into a monogamous expected relationship?
I don't know if it's crazy or if it's just it's a conflict because of programming. I just had a long, detailed conversation with one of my closest friends, and he was telling me about how he wants a kid.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. Now he has children. They're all adults. And he was like, I'm just in a place in my life. And I said, okay, and then he's got this lady here in Atlanta. And he's like, I'm thinking about having a kid with her. So I said, okay, you on the road a lot, you know what I'm saying? Are you thinking about like making her like, he's like, well, nah, I'm really not trying to have like a relationship, like that. But I want a kid. I said, so, okay, that's what's up. I mean, like, is she on board with that?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what you mean? And I'm like, is she expecting, okay, y'all just have a kid and understanding, or is she want a husband and a future?
Right.
He is like, I mean, I'm not really on that. And I'm like, I'm not talking about necessarily what you on,
right.
But like, and then you got two others. Hold on. You got two others that's you're not really planning to have a kid by, but like who are involved in your life.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, like, as your friend, as one of your dear friends, I'm going to be completely candid with you. Like, you on some bull.
Okay.
I'm like, for the simple fact that if it sounds like you are into polygamy. And I said, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I said, bro, by all means, you got to do what makes you happy. The textbook figure of happiness with a wife and kids and a white picket fence and 2.5 kids and a dog, that's somebody's picture of happiness that may not work for you.
Sure.
What may make you happy is what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's wrong with that. I said the only issue that I have is that you're not finding women who are open to that
right.
and are willing to be a part of that. I said because now what you're planning to do is have a kid with a woman who is going into this with false pretenses.
Yeah.
Even though you're not telling her this.
Yeah.
By all intents and purposes, her programming has told her that this is what this means.
Mm.
You need to be honest with yourself
mm-hmm.
and with her and say, look, I'm not into having necessarily one woman, but I respect you enough and I love you enough that I want us to share a child. But could we raise a child together and not be monogamous?
Right, right.
I said, there's nothing wrong with saying that. After you give her a chance to make a choice, you don't want to bring this kid in the world. I said, you're going to mess up your bankroll.
Yeah.
You're going to mess up your peace.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Absolutely.
So I say all that to say, I feel like I was probably having a conversation that somebody probably should have with Neo.
Sure.
Like, nothing's wrong with the way you want to live your life, bro. Right?
Yeah.
It's just you're entering into it with people who don't have the same
That's
concept.
Right. That's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I agree with Tola. I'm gonna just say it in a different way. Neo's, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. It's 7:30 crazy for sure.
Yeah.
And to think that, and the first girl said narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to do it your way only, and
Yeah.
and they're crazy for thinking a certain type of way
Mm-hmm.
because it's not your way. You're like, I mean, I don't know the cat. I know,
Yeah.
I don't even.
Right.
I probably wouldn't recognize him if I saw him, but I just
Sure.
know his music. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But that scenario is crazy.
Yeah. And it makes me think back when he was with Manetta, and he like really pushed. I mean, at the end of the day, it was her decision to go with their decision, but he really, really worked hard to convince her to tie her tubes, so that they wouldn't have any more children. And then they didn't she didn't want to mess up. She didn't, no, well, not necessarily that. She was okay with that because she was thinking, we've got our 2 children and we're till death do us part. And then he breaks off the relationship after they were together for, quite a while. And so then he, meets his now wife, has children, and now he's having a child outside of that. It's just like his world,
I mean, he's a rock star.
And that's okay when
But-
you're being upfront.
Yeah, but I don't think, like Ace said, you got into these scenarios because this the programming.
Yeah.
Once you get tired at the house, because you're gonna get tired at the house.
Yeah.
But you're a rock star.
Right.
So you when you're not at home, that's a whole different life.
I want to talk. That's one of my questions for tonight. When we get into our topic, from the man's point of view, I've got 2 very opinionated, but not in a bad way. Men that I think speak from a very intelligent standpoint and can represent the men very well, in my opinion. So I brought as much questions from the ladies' perspective or ladies' questions that I would love for them to answer. So make sure you stay tuned in and share, share, share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media. Instagram
At Power 108.9.
and Facebook.
At Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Power 108.9, a station for the people. Tired of all that baloney they force feed you on social media?
Yes.
Then get connected to Power 108.9, a station for the people.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
Yes. Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I've got your favorite co-host in the building, Mr. G. Cool. Say hey to the people.
Hey, hey, hey.
And our special guest and friend to the show, Aisha Way. Say
Hey,
to
now,
the
what's up? What's up?
All right. I want to get into this conversation with you guys. Basically, my friend, my brother, in the back over there, Michael McFadden, shout out to him, said, he was like, you know, you haven't had your ladies up in the studio this year. I said, it's about the men's voice this year.
I
Didn't you
appreciate
get
that, Mike. Way to
Didn't
go,
you?
Mike.
And y'all talk about you want to be heard and stuff. That's what I'm trying to do around here,
Okay.
you know. But so, you know, hence, of course, tonight, and just some conversations that I've had lately, whether they were with clients or just girlfriends, it appears, you know, and then, of course, the jungle talk, you know, all of that all year, that they really don't understand your point of view. And so the first question I want to ask you guys is love/commitment separate and have nothing to do with marriage? Or like, if you really love that person and you just don't see life without them, like, does your mind go to like, I'm going to marry this person, or is that guided by the woman? Like, give me some insight here. And give insight from the male's point of view, but that will help the
Okay.
women.
All right, so I'm going to go first on this one.
Okay.
Love is not the same as commitment. Commitment is not the same as marriage. These are 3 different entities.
Okay.
Because marriage is a understanding and a business agreement between 2 people.
Mhm.
You don't need love to be married
Mhm.
at all. You don't need commitment to be married.
Sure.
So love, if you have these 2 things, it makes for a better marriage in a monogamous mind state.
Okay.
So a lot of women think, oh, I'm dating, so that means you must want me more than you want anybody else.
Okay.
If we're having children together, you must only want to have children with me, and you must want to raise and create this bond with me only. That's not true. You have to say everything in today's world. You have to say exactly what you want. You cannot assume, like, hey, I'll be over there tonight, you know what I mean? Tonight might be 2 o'clock in the morning. So you got to understand the same thing if you
Ooh-wee.
put that as, hey, you know,
You're right.
I can see myself dealing with you for a long period of time. You know what I mean?
Why you
That's
saying
not
like
forever.
That,
it's a long period of time.
And long period could be different
Right,
per
for
person.
each person.
Yeah.
So, I need women to understand that.
Okay.
It's not like they're like, well, that's too specific. You nitpicking. No, listen to me. If you have that type of communication and understanding, you won't have a mistake. You won't have a misunderstanding.
True.
All right, Ace. What do you think? Love, commitment,
Love,
lead to
commitment,
marriage.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I've been married.
Yes.
I've been divorced. I've been committed, but I wasn't committed in my marriage.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Made a lot of mistakes in my marriage,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I've loved very few.
Okay.
Right? So, did I always treat the person I loved with the utmost?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Was I always committed to the person I loved? No. I definitely didn't marry everybody I loved.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Marriage is so relative because I got, close friends that are Muslim, and their idea of marriage has nothing to do with what our idea of marriage here in America, courthouse, ring, none of that.
Okay.
My friend Abel Dada from Nigeria, in his tribe, if you have a baby with a woman, that's your wife. Period. So, like, marriage is relative. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's very relative. Yeah. I believe, people say the institution of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the institution of marriage, but for tax purposes, insurance purposes, property purposes, death, children, things like that, because marriage is a legal bond.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I could love you to the end of time, and if our commitment says we will never sleep with anybody else, I could do that forever.
Okay.
Does that mean that I need to make you my wife to do that? Not necessarily, because I could make you my wife tomorrow and go sleep with somebody the next day.
Right.
So I'm not saying that the three can't be intertwined. I'm just saying that they're not always intertwined. And I'm not saying that because a person doesn't want to get married that they don't have love and commitment. And I'm not saying because somebody wants to get married that they truly do have love and commitment.
Sure, yeah. I got
because those things are more real to me than marriage.
So what would you all say to a couple dating? They're exclusive, they're committed. Let's say that they even live together, they intertwine their finances, business, and all of that. That would resemble
building a life.
Building a life together. And in some states, you're married, regardless of whether you go to the courthouse or not.
True. Common law.
That common law is real.
Right. All right. But regardless of what state you're in, you all have made a commitment to one another. But one feels like, and when I say one, I mean the woman. And I'm just speaking for the women, but there are men who feel this way as well. They're like, I know that you're committed to me. You've proven to me that you're committed to me, at least physically, whether you have the requirements that I expect out of my guy or my lady. Well, I'll speak from a woman. My guy, who knows? But physically monogamous to me, I know that you're committed. We do our stuff together. But marriage is important to me, even though it's not important to you as the man, because you as the man feel like you're already committed to me. Like you know, but marriage is important to her. What do you guys?
I'm going to marry her.
I feel like there's more to that.
No. This is why I say that.
Okay.
This is why I say that. And I'm just being real. Because after my first marriage, I was afraid to get married again.
Right. Okay.
And it was because of me. Like, I was afraid to enter into something that I, like, how they say, don't write no check that you can't cash.
Yep. Yep.
I didn't want to do that again.
Okay.
It wasn't my ex-wife. She's a beautiful lady,
Mhm.
right? Everything about her is perfect. Everything about her as a mom is perfect.
Okay.
I wasn't right.
Sure.
I wasn't sure I would ever be right,
Okay.
right? I wasn't sure that it was for me, right? But I did some work, and I figured out that a lot of the things that was causing me issues in my marriage were me acting out of things that I hadn't resolved as an individual.
Mhm.
So now working on those things, I'm in a different place in life. My lady, I'm with her. We're doing everything you said. We own a house together. We have a kid together. We run our businesses together. We're building a business together. We started a business together. And she says, I do. Are you here every night? We bond. I don't have a question about you, but I want you to marry me.
Mhm.
I'm going to say, as a man, even though me, real life, I don't have the same allure for
Mhm.
marriage as I
Mhm.
did before I got married the first time.
Sure.
But I love this woman. And I want to make this woman feel secure. And I
Mhm.
want to make this woman happy.
Mhm.
And I want to be happy.
Mm.
So I would do it.
Mhm.
Now, not I would only do it because of that. Because the woman may not even be into it as much as like, oh, I got to get married. But society
Sure.
will make your woman feel less than.
Sure.
In the circle of her friends
Mhm.
who all have on wedding rings, who are all talking about their marriage. And their y'all can have everything they got, a kid, a house, everything. But when they talk about my husband,
Yeah.
and when benefits, when somebody gets sick and when somebody go to hospital, when they say,
Yeah.
oh, we can't let nobody in but the wife.
Right.
The baby mama, we live together, we've been together 10
Right.
years, your ass is outside.
Right. Right.
So to give my woman that pedestal, to give her that, no, this is my husband, in situations like that, I'm going to give her that.
All right, G. Because I
Respect.
don't know if he.
Yeah,
I know respect.
I respect.
I
it.
definitely know
Listen,
respect. But what are your thoughts?
I like what he said, but I'm not doing it if I don't want to do it. Like, the truth is, through experience, I'm gonna use your last example, Ace. Ace said, you know, they're not letting anybody in but the wife or whatever.
Mhm.
It don't take nothing to go down to the courthouse and change your last name.
Mhm.
So now I can come in and say I'm the husband. My name is so and so, so and so. Her name is so and so, so and so. That kills that.
Mhm.
You don't have to produce anything when you go in there and say that.
Sure.
You come in law married. That's over with.
Sure.
As far as saying that I'm married to you and you with your friends and all these different things, I'm not here for anybody else. I'm here for you. Period. I've been married.
but what
I'm
about
saying
the-
is like
yeah.
the pressure from society is what I'm saying.
The pressure.
She's saying the pressure. He's saying the pressure from society.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not monogamous.
Right.
So
But if we could speak from, I'm only because
right.
Course,
So that's why I
yeah.
say I'm not monogamous. Now, if you go back to it being monogamous,
Mhm.
and this is the scenario, sometimes you just got to stand on what it is. Hey, I've seen. I'll just use. Okay, we worry about what people say, right? I've
You're
seen.
like, right.
I've seen people be together 5 years,
Mhm.
6, 7, 8 years. The moment that it's stamped and done in society's
Yes.
acceptance that you're married, it lasts less than a year.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that as well.
Because now the level of has come in.
Sure.
You're not on your toes. You don't work as hard. I like somebody else can take my place
Mhm.
when you're not married.
Mhm.
There's always the possibility of you could leave.
So I like that you said that because I take someone like me, for instance. If you don't lock me down in that courthouse, you can call me fiance, girlfriend, all you want. If I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna leave swiftly.
Right.
In the middle of the night. Okay? You better lock me down all the way for me to really be like, okay, all right, let me.
Yeah.
You
See,
the
I
one.
respect
You
that,
the
though.
one. You know?
I respect that though, because you tell them, look, if you ain't about all the way,
Yeah.
this ain't it.
Yeah. Or, you'll probably get your feelings hurt before mine.
Right.
You know. And so and it's really a mindset for me because I look at if we haven't committed all the way, like if marriage is important to me,
Mhm.
right? And that's all I'm asking. But I'm over here giving you everything that you expect out of a woman or desire out of a woman. And it looks different. I can say cooking and cleaning, but that could maybe not mean anything. I dated a guy where cooking and cleaning meant nothing to him, because to him, coming from a single parent home, he didn't like seeing his mom having to like do the most all the time. So to him, he wants you to chill. Like, he's like, I got cooks for that. I got cleaners for that, like, so then you really got to, fulfill whatever it is, that he desires. So it looks different, but whatever that is,
right.
If I'm giving you what it is that is in my capacity that fulfills you, and you can't give me that one thing that I'm asking, because to be honest with you, women, from our perspective, and that is one of my questions I do want to ask later, is if, women, do you all feel like women are hard to please? But from our perspective, and I'm talking about someone with a healthy mindset,
right,
only, not perfect, but a healthy mindset. I don't feel like women with a healthy mindset are that hard to please if you're doing your job, if you're holding up your end of the stick. But that's how I feel like the women look at marriage. Those who are, that marriage means something to them, and then they're with someone and they're just sitting over here giving all the wifely duties, waiting and wondering when he's going to pop the question, because of course she's probably said it.
But here's the thing. But like, are you doing it because it's who you are, or you're doing it because that's what you want?
That's a great question.
And that's a different thing. Some women are doing it because I want to be married, not what it takes to be married.
Yeah.
Like
I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some women they doing this, they doing that. I'm showing you this is what I want. And then you get married, you got what you wanted. Now you don't even know how to do it. It's not even your second nature to do that.
Being married before, and I've been married before.
Me too.
Yeah, true. But I've been remarried, and right. Well, I'll be celebrating 12 years this year.
Don't play with her.
Okay. And well, I don't want to put out there who's in a relationship. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. So since you're divorced, been at least in one committed relationship. Let me just put it out there like that. I don't want to be putting people's business out there. But would you say, I look at it like this: marrying the first time, I didn't necessarily do it because society, but I did do it because of society.
I got you.
All right. And so can you fault them for feeling like they already love the person, you know what I mean? And can you fault them for wanting that?
No,
because usually the first time you get married, you're young.
Yeah. I was 22 too.
And it was like, I married the person that I was with when I was 19 years old.
Right.
And then we, built a life, and then later on it almost seemed like we needed to get married to legitimize what we built. Like, so yeah, the influence of societal pressure was very real.
Yeah.
In this time frame, though, speaking from this time, I speak openly, with the woman I'm with about it.
Okay.
Like, we just had this conversation, which is funny. And it was like, I compared it to Disney World. Like, I feel like, before you ever go to Disney World, you see the NFL players, and they like, you just won a Super Bowl. Like, where you going? I'm going to Disney World. You like, yo, I want to go, yo.
Right.
But after you go,
ooh, it's the worst.
you done did Disney, you done did Epcot, you done did Animal Kingdom, you done did Hollywood Studios, you done did everything Disney got to offer, right? Once you're like, ooh, next summer let's go to Disney. You like, maybe. I might.
We'll see.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go to Six Flags a couple of times.
Right.
I know what that feel like. Right. Woo!
Right.
So marriage it has that mystique. Like, I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna be a man, I'm gonna have a family. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing. You know what I mean? My piece of the Cosbys, right?
Yeah.
But after you do it and the reality of it come, you realize you had no experience on how to be married. You had no tutelage. You didn't even grow up with a married couple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then the reality of, like, I'm not a good homemaker.
Sure.
I suck at marriage, right? So then you like, I'm not doing that shit no more. Like, excuse me. I'm not doing that anymore because it wasn't good for me.
And I love that you say that, because My first marriage, when we got married, it lasted 2 years. Because, like you said, we ain't had the tools. We ain't know. We just in love and just like, oh, this what's next. You know, yeah. It's like, ooh. But this time, when it came to marriage, I wasn't against being married again, but I definitely knew I was going to wait, you know.
You're going to vet that situation.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then, for someone like me, to be with someone for 12 years is a long time for someone like me. I'm a free spirit, not when it comes to being sexual out in these streets, because I really feel like it's a whole prize to get me in the bed, and you ain't about to do that. Right. But just a free spirit in life. Like, I don't like boundaries. I don't like people putting rules on me. I like to be inspired to like accommodate you, but I don't want you telling me what to do. You know. And so, 12 years and still happy and having fun, all those things, that was intention, to know that I was marrying someone that I knew that, okay, I can do this again. Kind of thing. All right, so we're going to take a break. And you know what? We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for What Would Sin Say? Make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. All right.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go. Question: what's the only station where you can get R&B, hip-hop, pop, and talk radio? Time's up.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Is there such thing as a work husband or a work wife?
They say, you my work husband. No, the hell I ain't. No chicken nuggets, none of that shit. I cannot be relied on at work for your ass.
I wish a woman would come to me, be like, that's my work husband. I'm like, bitch, no, he's not.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from across the nation and around the world, your mentor, your coach, your sensei. Listen close. This is What Would Sin Say?
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. It is time for that What Would Sin Say, when we try our best to answer as swiftly as possible the questions and comments and such that you slide in my DMs or send to my emails, etc. Michael, what you got for us?
So I had no time to review these questions like I normally would do. I know. So I had to put my Frederick Douglass High School education. I didn't get a chance to count. When you you count and say, okay, I'm probably reading the third paragraph. Right. And then you practice it. I didn't get a chance to do that today. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen.
Take your time, like they say at church.
Let them use you. All right, my fiance's sister talked us into going to a strip club with her and her boyfriend. This is the first time in 4 years as a couple that we have went to one. He really didn't want to go and wanted to go home, but we ended up going anyways. His sister offered to buy us each a lap dance, which I declined. However, my fiance said yes, that he wanted one. I was a little thrown off by the fact that he wanted one. It caused a big fight, and he said if we weren't getting dances there, then what's the damn point of being there? It just bothers me that he even considered it instead of declining his sister's offer. I feel that I'm overthinking it because that's what I do, but I'm really trying not to look at him differently now.
Why y'all look stressed?
Because you wanted to go.
Okay.
She wanted to go.
And he said he wanted to go home.
He's like, what are we going to strip club for? What are we going to do? Just sit in the environment?
Right.
She's 7:30 crazy.
Okay, Ace. Who ain't got a migraine over there?
Man, y'all in a strip club. So, if you didn't want him to have lap dances,
yeah.
What's wrong with saying, hey, babe, I'm uncomfortable with these girls bouncing their ass all over you.
Mm-hmm.
Could you not do that in front of me?
Facts.
Could you just tip from the stage and make me feel a little bit better about it? You know, we've been together.
Yeah.
We ain't been in those strip clubs. I'm a little uncomfortable with it, but I know we having a good time.
Right.
Wouldn't that have been easier?
I like that.
How you gonna get mad? Because this, you like the person that say, no, you take it. No, I take it. No, you take it.
Right.
And then I take it and you mad.
Like, I can't believe you took
That
it.
person. Yeah, like what we come to the damn
What is
amusement
we
park, we
doing
ain't getting
at
on
this
those
point?
roller coasters. What are we doing?
I agree with you guys, but I've always thought from a different perspective as a woman, but I definitely know a lot of my girlfriends would feel the same way, and I feel sad because that's sometimes where the fun gets sucked out of your relationship when you don't know how to have fun in the environment that you chose to be in.
Right.
So, you know, for me, I used to go to strip clubs back in the day, whatever, no problem. But that's something that I choose not to do in my marriage. You know, if he wants to go with his boys, cool. I don't want to go with my girls, and I don't want to go as a couple. I just feel like I could, like, one, I don't want to, like, get in that zone from back in the day, number one. Two, I just don't want any temptation that I feel like would just bring a different vibe that we got to carry home at the end of, like, we got too much other things going on. Go do that with your boys, and I'm good with that. But if I said, yeah, let's go, and then I got a whole attitude for the night, like, that's wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're making it very hard on that brother.
Yeah.
Like what is he supposed to do?
You're losing your sex appeal when you do shit like that.
Facts. All right, what's next?
Can I tell you how OG Latasha McFadden is?
Yes.
Yeah, so we went to a strip club one time, and same thing, like Ace was saying, like I was kind of apprehensive about, you know, the tipping. So I'll go up to the stage, you know, drop $1 off, come back. She said, you act like you scared of the pussy.
Ooh!
What's wrong?
Don't play with her.
See?
You hear me?
But,
now you
but
gave the
Tasha,
green light.
Tasha's a whole G, though.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all don't know her. Y'all don't know her yet.
You act like you scared.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I like to hear from you about why people say the most mean things when you're fighting with your spouse. Why do you do that? What do you get out of it? Trying to understand why my husband does it to me but can't ask him because, well, we're currently fighting and I won't get an answer.
Okay, y'all.
Can I answer that first?
Yes.
Go ahead, bro. Please.
If he's saying belittling things to you, maybe he feels a little bit like his voice is not heard. And like when he's angry and it's an open forum because y'all shouting back and forth saying a whole bunch of things, he lets out and he spews this venom at you. I think a good thing to do, honestly, would wait till everything's fine. If y'all got a show that y'all binge watch together, if y'all eat a tournament, I would sit down and write as if the going is great. I would bring it up. I would laugh as I said, hey, babe, real quick, I've been wanting to ask you something. Like, why you go so low when we be having little spats? And make it playful. And if he can, it'll lower his defenses. And he'll probably be like, babe, you know what, man? Sometimes I go throughout my day so many times and I just be wanting to keep the peace so I don't say nothing. But every time we get to arguing, all of it just comes out. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
And you can probably learn to deal with your man from a more understanding point of like when he says these things, he's trying to get a rise out of you. But if he's being ultimately super disrespectful and taking your dignity, integrity, and everything else is thrown out the window, I think you probably just need to reevaluate like your situation.
Yeah, G.
Yeah, that was a great answer
Yeah.
because I can talk so much shit, so I don't understand doing that with somebody I'm with.
Yeah.
So when they do that to me, and then they say, "Well, you make it seem like," I'm like, "Do you know I'm a world class shit talker?"
Right.
Like you would know I'm talking trash to you.
Right.
So you're just wanting to go low. This is just
Right.
what you want to do.
Right.
This is how
Trying
you
to tear me
argue.
down.
You
Yeah.
wanna hurt
It could be something from the kid, like you need from your, excuse me, not from the kid, from your childhood, like you and your siblings and how y'all grew up. You
Right.
attack,
Right,
and then you at home and you feel comfortable. Like to attack
Yeah.
me is, I hate it.
Well, I think I agree with both of you. On the alternative, or to add to that, I also think that when I look at men and how they go at each other, it's very different than us women. Like you could say something not disrespectful, like what you said, and now if they being just low down, dirty shame, that's different. But if they just letting some steam up, that's how they talk to their dudes. That's how y'all talk to each other. Y'all can go at each other and it not penetrate at all. Like the way that you all talk to each other as boys, we don't talk to each other as women. So that's one thing that we have to keep in mind. But two, I think I'm a believer in consequences. And but this is not something that I just expect from my man. I expect this from my friends. I don't talk disrespectful to you, and so it's a zero tolerance for me. I haven't had it often, but I did have a couple girlfriends in my life's journey that I cut off immediately. Like we were talking one day and I went ghost the next day for life, because they did that with their circle, but I don't do that to you. And so I expect you to find your words. Like we tell our kids, like find your words to be able to articulate what you're trying to say. But to your point, I love that example that you gave, because that's how I handle my husband, who is, I've said this, before, where I heard about his temper, but in our 12 years, I've never seen it. But it's because me knowing when to table something for a better day, also me seeing, I can see him, he's a Leo. I can see when that lion's trying to come out. And I'm just like, I ain't about to bring him out. I'm not about to bring him out.
But that's a skill.
Right. Yeah, I know.
That's why you're the doctor.
I know, but I do.
A matador.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I do want people to be able to tap into that a little bit more with whomever they're with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, what you got, Michael?
I'm so tired. No, that's what she said. I'm so tired of fighting every day. There are no good days anymore, just fighting. I don't know what to do. We've been together for 18 years, so I would hate to just sit back and throw it all away. But he told me the other day that he has wondered what it would be like to be with someone else, because I was his first and last. I feel like that's a red flag, right? Question mark.
Y'all be looking so stressed. I'll say this. I do not want to fight every day. I do.
And I feel it. It's like, yeah, go ahead, Syndy.
No, but I'm with you. I'm with probably where y'all at. I don't want to fight every day. I don't want to come home. I want to come home to peace. That's what I want to do. And I don't give a damn whether we've been married 8 minutes or 18 years. If I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, that doesn't mean I'm about to necessarily throw away everything. There might be work that need to be done, but we're going to take a pause. We're going to take a pause and step back and see what is it that we need to do so we're not arguing every day, because I can't take it. It's enough that life throws at us to be arguing with you every day.
You know why they arguing every day?
He need to get some?
They ain't hunching every day.
He not getting none.
After 18 years.
That man's stressed. He need a release.
Man, 18 years. Listen, let's say every 6 years. They done had 3 cycles.
You know what?
Of taste, desires, expectations.
It's a whole lot to keep up.
If that's not growing together and y'all not communicating that, you look up at 18 years, she like it this way and you like it that way. Y'all ain't even know.
Right.
Y'all not doing it enough. Listen, if y'all arguing every day, y'all not having sex every day.
Agreed.
And after 18 years, y'all had it. I don't know how long y'all been married. I don't know what age y'all were when y'all got married. But after 18 years, y'all been together long enough to put a kid all the way through the house and out the door.
Right.
Like, for 18 years, y'all have at least tolerated each other, right? So I would get to know this person again. I would kind of sit down and ask this person questions, because you really could lose touch. I would sit down with this person. So what do you like?
She should be there though, because I would get to a point where it's like, something ain't right, something ain't working.
But y'all missing what he said. Go back. She said that was his first. They married your first.
Ah, you right.
So they don't even know anything. They have no audibles.
No.
It was his
He
first.
don't know.
She
might know. She didn't say in mine
yeah,
too.
well, with him,
know?
like, so he like, so there's no audibles.
That baby wanted. He just
There are
want to
no
live.
audibles.
He want to
Can you
live.
imagine marrying your first?
Resent that woman.
Yeah.
Okay, he like,
Like-
you done tie me down and you ain't giving me none.
Yeah.
And you're nagging me every day. Oh, that.
And they monogamous. He only been with one woman. He living in today's era.
He like, take me now, Lord, take me now.
He can't even go on social media.
Damn.
Girls dancing together, shaking asses together, kissing, slobbing. This is what
that
girls are
baby.
doing. He looking at her like,
Don't be writing into us. Have him write in, okay? All right.
damn,
Was
that's what
that
you
it?
wearing to bed tonight? That's how you that's what you going to bed in?
This what we doing.
Let me get up my phone and let me swipe up.
Give him a hall pass.
Okay.
Several.
Give him a weekend.
I feel like he deserved that.
He need 2 years.
One woman.
All right, Michael. Was that it?
No, you got one more.
What you think? What you think?
No, I said you got one more.
Oh, okay.
No, I was about to say to all the brothers out there that have been married 20 plus years and you married your high school sweetheart, hey,
That hall
we
pass
pray
ain't
for you.
Oh.
We pray for you.
That hall pass ain't for you.
That coochie is totally different these days. Not that I know. I got partners that It's a jungle out here.
You don't want Sasha up in here, okay?
All right. Yeah. Here we go. Let me take a deep breath for this one.
Oh Lord, it's long.
Yes, that's what
Okay.
she said. Hey,
She lied.
okay. Am I wrong for this? In March, my wife and I hit a dark spot and we're talking divorce. During that month, she chose to have an affair and sleep with another guy. We've been together 12 years now. We have 3 small kids. I was crushed and knew the entire time, and she lied about it to me until I hit her with my solid evidence. But I forgave her. I said I did and tried to get past it. Tonight, I told her that I now believe we should divorce for my mental health, that I can't shake the image of them together and just don't feel our vows are sacred anymore, and that she's no longer mine. She didn't fight it much and thinks that she was justified in the affair because of her emotions at the time. I can't live with that answer and stay in this marriage.
Leave her and get blood tests on all your babies.
Time to go, Bucko, because you can't let it go.
Leave her and get paternity
first of
tests
all,
on
he
them.
ain't going nowhere.
No, he can't get over it. It's not gonna work.
He's such a whiny man,
Nah,
and
he
that's why
gone.
he go. No, he ain't going nowhere. And
I thought it was
and-
about men point of view today.
This is what was Sensei. We ain't back on topic yet.
I'm just saying.
I'm just telling. I'm just telling the
Leave her.
He ain't going nowhere.
Get them babies' fingers
She
pricked before you
she
spend
only
another dollar.
now this the man's point of view when we get off what was Sensei, but I'm gonna tell y'all from a woman's point of view or perspective, a man who where the woman feels in her masculine and she could walk around and be like, I mean, get over it though. He not going nowhere. She got him. Ace.
Okay.
Hey, that's the advice I give that brother right there. You see that meme? You see that meme?
I don't know.
Me when I go to the Dominican Republic with $400, it's the guy and 3 women. What a lie at.
Let me tell you where there ain't no lie.
Go ahead.
Is
I'm
it when a
listening.
woman can walk around and say, I mean, it is what it is.
I'm just trying to tell you.
He ain't going nowhere.
Okay, let's say he stay at the house, right? I'm gonna just show you
And
why.
she gonna keep. She gonna do it one
Watch
more
this.
time.
I'm gonna show you something. If he stays,
He can't go no. He's staying.
it's over. The way she knew it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The way she knew it.
Oh,
the
no.
way the man he was.
Oh yeah.
With her. Is
He's gonna be a whole
over.
stalker. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
he is a hoe.
Okay.
His whole card is activated and it's a
You don't
limitless
know. It's cool.
limit.
It's cool. You ain't,
He got them 3 small babies.
I'm telling you.
Listen, he said they said she got 3 small kids.
That's what I'm trying to say. He ain't going nowhere.
I know he ain't going
nowhere.
nowhere.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to start going to the gym.
No, he's going to start going through her phone. He's going to start stalking her Instagram. I know these things.
We're going to
You the doctor.
first.
Tell him to call me.
Before I go anywhere, we're going to Wellstar.
He going to do that too. He going to sneak. First. He'll probably do that too. He gonna sneak samples because he don't got no backbone and no balls to come say I'm gonna go get my babies tested and we going today. I'm telling you, this kind of man, he ain't going nowhere. Y'all got me in my
follow
old
up.
energy.
Can we get a follow up?
Y'all got me in my old energy. No.
Question number 5. Can we get a follow up? We want to know.
Was that it, Michael?
He's like, he's soft. He ain't gonna
right. No balls.
He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be a whole
smash
stalker.
her cousin.
And she won't give a damn. Okay? All right, y'all. That's
Hold on. So what y'all can ponder on during the break, Miss Austin on social media said that most men can't handle a woman sleeping with anyone else. So tell the answer. So we'll talk about when y'all come back.
Okay. All right. That's what we talking about when we come back.
Cool.
That was what was Sin say, y'all. Make sure you stay tuned in. When we come back, we're getting back into our topic from the man's point of view. I'm going to sit back now. Okay. All right. Make sure you stay tuned in and share. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
I just lay it down. Who can't handle it?
Keep up with Power 108.9 on social media. Instagram
@Power 108.9
and Facebook
@Power 108.9.
It's the exact same thing. It's at Power 108.9.
Power 108.9, a station for the people.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the number 1 favorite station at ATL, Power 108.9.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yo, it's Michael McFadden of Power 108.9, and I want to ask you a question. Are you looking for a new house? If so, you need to holler at our guy, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com. Yeah, Alvin like the chipmunk, and Jameson like that fine whiskey. Not only can he help you on the purchase of that new home, he can also assist you on that refinance as well. So whether it's FHA, conventional, and of course that VA home loan that you sitting on right now, yo, call Alvin Jameson. 404-587-9033. Once again, 404-587-9033. Trust the guy we trust here at Power 108.9. Alvin Jameson. AlvinJameson.com, or just call him 404-587-9033. And of course, tell him you heard it right here on Power 108.9. Let's go.
My powerful and pristine people, it's your boy E-Money, your favorite engineer. Check it out. If you want to get involved with Power 108.9 as far as partnerships and advertising, if you want to reach our 50,000 plus listeners and viewers per week, please email power1089ads@gmail.com. That's power1089ads@gmail.com. Speak to our marketing director so we can get you set up and ready to go. Let us help you reach your targeted audience and expand your brand.
Question. You can't even come over.
You got the blocker.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
you gifted. I put that in my bed. My wife.
I've always, but see, my thing is this: with that type of bed, I've always wondered, does it help you leverage? You know what I'm saying, when you're handling business, right?
Well, we're over 50,
right.
so
The side
Oh, yeah, leverage.
It's spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick. Spit, swipe, stick.
And dismount.
It's time for us to go to commercial. Power 108.9, a station for the people.
Hey Atlanta, this is Sayon, and you're listening to Power 108.9.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. That was a hilarious what was Sensei at the end there. But we're getting back into our conversation. Just conversation with from the male's point of view. Before we get into a comment that was shared, Ace, you said something, and I just need clarification from the two of you. I'm not going to necessarily hold it as weight because it's 12 years in the game over here. But do we have to have sex every day?
I would rather have sex every day than argue every day.
Oh, okay,
That's all
I got
I'm
you.
saying.
'Cause
Like,
I
they
was
were
like,
arguing every day. And I'm like, damn, y'all could, you know, like, if
follow you.
y'all going to put out all that energy every day.
Right. Okay, now that I can get with you on
if
that.
I'm going to do something every day.
Now I will attest to that. If the husband and we have a disagreement or something like that, like that's the first thing on my mind. Like, all right, we need to connect.
Mm-hmm.
Before we even discuss this, we needed to connect.
Right.
And then we all in a good mood and
Right.
we got any released energy at that point. We can discuss at that
and
point.
a lot of times be like, what was that again?
Don't even know.
Never mind.
That makeup sex will fuck some shit up.
Oh,
Man.
I know, right?
You done forgot to get to a conclusion. You be like,
I don't even know at this point. Okay, let's move on.
Still
Right.
there.
Right.
Y'all back arguing next week.
Same time next week. No. All right, so let me say one of the questions. Oh, the comments. Most men can't handle a woman sleeping with anyone else. And then I think I may have sent to you a little post or whatever, or I sent to someone. Men fall in love harder and take longer to recover. So you guys both address both of those things. First, let's do most men can't handle a woman sleeping with anyone else. And I think that applies whether you may not be all the way committed, but like that's your main girl, all the way to your girlfriend that you're committed to, all the way to your wife when you've been stepping out.
I'm different, so go ahead.
Okay.
Well, it's like, it's not most guys can't handle, it's like, it's a pride thing.
Okay.
It's like with guys, it all, and I hate to say it boils down into like, that's my truck.
Okay.
That's my Tonka.
Okay.
Like, we're the, like how you said, men, we get down with each other different than women do. Like,
Right.
we're our nature. So a man is pride and ego. If a man know that he's in a committed relationship and he's dedicated himself to this woman and she go give herself to another guy, he's immediately saying, what am I missing?
Okay.
What am I falling short on? Because unlike men, women don't just cheat because a dude is fine. Like, they don't.
Right.
Like, a woman could see the same fine-ass man every day for fucking 20 months.
Right.
She only paying, hey, how you doing? Keep it pushing.
Uh-huh.
But when shit rocky at home, like that relationship, they arguing every day, they really not doing it, this, that, and the other. That handsome fellow that she see on the elevator going to work every day get more and more motherfucking handsome.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that is the truth.
And then she steps out.
Yeah.
This been a dick in the glass for a year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unlike us. We like, God damn, what's shorty's name? Hey, how you doing, man? That's it. That's all it takes.
And that, I don't know if you sent this to me. It was, I think you did, a video that said the subject was men have sex with women they don't like or that they're not even attracted to.
It's very easy.
But if you have that mindset, why you can't like keep that same energy?
Oh, because that's just it.
What you just said.
we relegate that little box of care and emotion for that one person. The rest of them, we like, oh, gee, she with you? Okay, cool. We don't care.
Literally.
But when we say, this my woman, it's like we could come outside and your butt could be sitting on every other car hood in the parking lot. But if you're sitting on mine, oh, it's a fucking problem.
Uh-huh.
I don't care about none of these other cars. I don't care because I got this rent-a-car out here. This ain't mine. You can sit on that
Right.
shit. You can do backflips on it.
Right.
But if I pull this shit out my garage and I drive it here and park here and you sit on it, it's a violation of me.
Oh.
So now when I commit myself to this woman, all I can imagine is this dude slamming this woman. All I'm seeing is me. All I'm seeing is her in the positions that I put her in. Without me there, him.
This is stressful.
That's what we see.
That's exactly
That's
what
what
it
he's
is.
saying. He can't get the vision out of his mind. He's seeing all them faces. He hearing all them noises, and he's envisioning another man getting this out of
All
his
right.
woman.
So respond to me from the woman's point of perspective with your POV. We didn't even want to be out there.
Mhm.
Okay. And you you sent us out there emotionally vulnerable because of obviously it would be ongoing stuff, right? I was looking for whatever I was looking for from you. I'm not getting it over a period of time. And I'm not talking about trivial stuff. It could be like real in depth. Let's just make it seem like it's not something superficial. Something depth. Like you're really going through stuff at home. And then the guy just being the guy, he's not really being attentive to what I'm trying to say or my emotions, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever it is, like you said, that guy in the elevator I'm at work with every day that I've just been dismissing because I love my man, I'm into my man. All of a sudden, his hello mean hello.
Hey.
Hello, you know? And so now I start entertaining the conversation, whereas before it didn't matter. And so, okay, it gets me to that point because I'm in an emotionally vulnerable state where I get there because even though I'm craving it from you, it's like he's here at this moment. But the minute you act right, like I'm back over here now. You know, like speak to that from the why you guys
Because
just
now you're
can't let
used.
that go.
Because you're
Oh my
used now.
gosh.
To them, to a monogamous man, you're used now. Like it's like
No.
if I buy a car fresh
no.
off the lot in my mind, like
No.
I'm just telling you. You just asked
No,
me.
you said monogamous man. It don't necessarily mean he was monogamous because I've seen.
No, I'm just saying the monogamous thought process.
Oh,
Excuse me.
got it.
The monogamous thought
gotcha.
process. Monogamous thought process. I can go to the lot, pick the showroom flow car. Boom, that's mine. No miles on it. That's me.
Okay.
Right. That ain't the same truck as the same color, same year, same model. That's got 8,200 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? Like these ain't the same trucks.
Yeah.
I put the miles on this one. Now you come back with an extra 8,000 miles. You ain't the
Or
same.
if your car gets stolen.
Not the-
Yeah.
Your car gets stolen, you get it back. They be like, man, they just some teenagers. They took a joyride, man. They ain't did nothing. You left the keys in it. They ain't even pop your steering column. They took it around the block. We caught them. Your car is fine.
Nobody wants the
Guess
car.
what? You like, man, I'm about to trade
You
this
don't even
raggedy.
want
Nobody wants it.
Oh my
And that's what
gosh.
happens with relationships.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
I mean,
about
that's a stressful thought process. To me, in my personal opinion, that's a stressful thought process.
Okay.
So I
This stressful, y'all.
yeah. But at the same time, but listen, all women aren't that way. And all men aren't that way.
Aren't what way?
The way what you're saying, like, well, men get upset about it, you know, and women, you know, whatever. Because to be honest with you, I mean, I got a shirt that says side dick shouty. Like it's women out there that they going home. They are going home, but they gonna find somebody.
Yeah.
To get that
so
off.
I'm not talking about those women because those women they'll come home and resume
Yeah.
the role. I'm talking about the ones that they are sad. They're sad. They're depressed, and this is kind of like a distraction.
Right.
Really,
I
kinda,
get it.
You know,
That's why it's got to be
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm done with you.
I'm on
no,
the show.
but
It's gotta be
I
both.
love it. No, I love it because at the end of the day, it's the purpose of understanding. You know, when we're dating each other. You know, tonight is the male's point of view. I am trying to bring how we think so that you all can respond and we can get some kind of insight, right? So speaking of that, we're talking about the dating. We've been talking about the jungle and the dating world this whole year.
Yeah.
What have you seen out there? I know when you came on the show, he was on here last April, even though it might have seemed to me, it seemed April, but to him, it seems recent.
It do feel recent.
Yeah.
But it was April of last year. April of
Right.
last year. And you were, if you weren't single, like it was probably a gray area, like it's, I'm not sure, you know, kind of thing. But at this point, you know, you had so many evolutions, you know, since then. But from from your time from whenever your last relationship was to now, what do you we done heard from G Cool and what's out there in the jungle, okay? It's a jungle out here. What would you like say to the single women who are dating now, what it looks like to you, or what it looks like from the male's point of view?
From the male's point of view, for single women that are out here dating in Atlanta, I'm gonna say specifically, in Atlanta, it's a very unique situation, especially when you speak of black men.
Okay.
For one, in Atlanta, the black population in the metro area is unlike any other place in the United States right now. I say that to say that people come here from all over, and a lot of ladies be looking for love. They be looking for careers and stuff like that, and they want to come, but they looking for love too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're dating out here now, I'm gonna just say, ladies, set yourself apart, because right now, like everybody, on the dating scene and in a certain age group and demographic, everybody looks the same, ladies.
What is set yourself apart look like?
Set yourself apart, like, okay, when you look at what's the biggest phenomenon amongst young women, young urban women, I'm going to say, not even a skin color, urban, who are to the urban culture.
Sure.
What are they doing in a mass that nobody from this culture was doing 15 years ago?
What is it?
Body
changes.
Okay. I believe that in the short term, these things that young ladies do, right, to gain and garner attention, it's great for that. But you got to realize that attention is only one piece of locking the guy in. That attention that draws me to say, hey, what's your name? That's all you got with that. We should spend less time, energy, and money working on these things to gain that one piece of a guy, which is his attention. You putting 80% of your resources to gain 20% of a guy.
That's it.
You putting 80% of your resources to gain 20% of a guy, which is his first look.
Gee, refresh, like what are you seeing out there when it comes to the dating world?
Okay, so it's almost like an animalistic thing, right?
Okay.
This is what I can do. This is what I can do. This is what I can do. This is what I offer, like Ace is saying. But as a man in the same city, he's not wrong at all. It's 36-1. It's more women than men is what I'm trying to say. An exponential amount of women than it is the men. So all of these women are in competition trying to get my attention, to get me to pay more attention to them, more than the other women, whether some women accept it or not. So in a defense of move, they're enhancing themselves. And they're very much more aggressive. Women are very aggressive in Atlanta. I literally do not approach women.
Okay.
So that's what he's saying. The attention aspect is, I'm saying hello to you.
So I have a question. The reason why I wanted you to refresh on what you see out there and then you've given, I don't know those people. My whole entire circle, with the exception of one, has never had any enhancements or body BB, I forget what it's called, whatever it is. Maybe some breast enhancements, maybe, but nothing like too dramatic where it's like, oh, she got a boob job. A lot of my friends are getting reductions, matter of fact. So I don't know those people, right? And so I do believe that sometimes when you're in a certain industry or, or a certain sector, that there's a certain type, whether it's male or female, that come in that sector, right? But my point in saying that is my girls or my people that I'm associated with, they don't do that. They haven't done it. They're not turning their nose down to it. They haven't done it. They haven't done it. They are good women, and they just are not competing well with those types of women, or they're not competing well with the whole what you bring into the table conversations, because that's not my generation. So we're 40 and up, or at least they're close to 40, where they don't even, like, we weren't having those conversations of what you bring to the table. So how do those types of women get the appeal of the good men out there when it's just so 36-1 out there?
Okay, so let me tell you what's going on. I mean, and here's the thing about the women that you're talking about, the upper echelon woman, right?
Okay.
She's not going to tell her friends.
She's not what?
She's not going to tell her friends
Okay, I got you.
that I exist in her life.
Understood.
I'm just going to keep it real with the ladies out there.
Understood.
Like, they're not going to say, like, you're not going to be able to sit around amongst their girls and a G Cool is going to come into their life like that.
Okay.
I literally was having a ball with upper echelon women 2.5 weeks ago, wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
It was a relapse for me, but for them, this is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 1 or 2 of them out of 10 girlfriends that probably know the type of life they live because they're very, very discreet. But it is a lane for them. They know that, hey, I like this wild guy, I like this energy, or I like this type of guy, and I may be this way 90% of my time, but this 10%, I want that shit. I want that wild. I want that.
No, but that type of woman wants that kind of guy.
And they're
to
very
herself,
aggressive.
But to herself, though, like the kind of woman that I'm talking about, they might want all the wild and all of that, but they want to be exclusive with that person.
And I'm telling you that that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they want multiple because they come to me.
What
for
I'm
that.
asking for you all to respond to is for the women who do. I'm not talking about the ones who
Okay.
like,
So,
I just want to be like on the low key, all the
right,
queen's
okay,
men,
okay.
kind of thing. I'm talking about the good woman out there, and she might like a little spice. Hey,
Yeah.
she might want to bring someone into the bedroom, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like it could be whatever it is, but it's them too.
She wants an exclusive relationship. That type of woman, a career woman, a woman who's doing well for herself, right?
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but they have the roughest time.
Yep.
Because most men want to be the knight in shining armor.
Okay.
They want to come and rescue you. They want to come and enhance your life. They want to come and make your situation better. And if they cannot, a lot of times that type of woman may lose time and attention to a woman who does.
So I feel like you guys are giving mixed messages here, because on one side you're talking about the knight in shining armor. On the other side you're saying, what are you bringing to the table? On the other side we're talking Dutch. On the other side, we got 4 sides to the table at this point in time, and the woman who's really trying to give you like, oh, I know I'm a committed kind of woman. I'm this, I can provide for myself, but I'm submissive with the word submissive. I did want to talk about that too. Or whatever submissive looks like, in a way where it's like, we will have a great relationship, but I just can't get in past your visual. So, cause you're over here with the BBL or whatever it's called, or the one who's like, on the scene, but behind closed doors, just a whole like emotional mess, whatever. But she can't even get in there,
right?
Because of all the distractions.
I'm gonna give you your credit. That woman knows who she is. That person, she's not settling for anything less than what she's going for.
Yeah.
So on top of that, will men lie? Yeah, they're gonna lie to keep you.
Yeah.
But you as a woman gotta know you just saying that shit just to keep me around,
Yeah.
and you gotta go. You must leave when that is going on.
Yeah.
And women gonna stay. Because what Ace said, once they're committed to that situation, they're caught up. Their emotions are in it.
Yeah.
They can't walk away.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Because now you committed, but you know he ain't shit.
Yeah.
You gotta leave him. You gotta leave his ass.
And the thing is, it's not that he's not SHIT. I feel like something like, because I'm always calling you, but you're a good person. You're a good dude. I always say that, But I feel like sometimes environment can influence just either an aura or a phase that you're in. Sometimes a breakup, a divorce can put you in a mindset. It's other distractions. You guys are in industries where there's a lot of beautiful women and things like that. A lot of distractions that can keep you if you don't step back and realign.
Right. Yeah. I think the women you talking about also, if there's a very limited pool, like the women you describe, like having their stuff together, right? 40 plus, been there, done that, right? There's a very limited amount of men that are available that fit what they need.
Yep.
And on the other hand, there's a plethora plethora of aesthetics but no substance on the female side. It's very, and men, we're you know us, we're like the low hanging fruit specialists.
Sure.
So like this woman, career woman, got her stuff together. You know what it's gonna take for me to really, like, I'm gonna have to really put some time, energy, and like it's gonna take more of me to get her. But these 3, 4, 5, 6 that just want to go out, have drinks, be seen, they want to look nice, that's easy. I could do that by 4 o'clock.
So that's the frustrating part, because we've talked about this on the show, where I've said to you, but you know better. You know better. The men that I know, they know better.
Yeah.
But you're not doing better.
Because it's
and
fun.
And then, okay. But
Men still play video games at 50. Men still go throw a football at 60. They go bowling.
When are we going to stop giving mixed messages?
But what the thing about what's a mixed message? What's a man and what's a woman? Ace just explained it. But we want more from each other. I'm trying to make you be more. I'm trying to make you love ESPN and shoot the shit with the guys. And I'm trying to make you be that way, right? That hello from me.
Okay.
But that's just not who you are.
Right.
But I won't let you be who you are. You won't let me be who I am, because at the end of the day, but you love me.
People not telling the truth.
Right. But you love me though, and I love you, and I will do anything for you. So I'll do this. I'll put up with this shit. You'll put up with this. And then when you're tired and you're fatigued, what you're putting up with shines the brightest. I'm sick of this shit. Man, I've been putting up with this shit for the longest. He just won't take the fucking trash out.
I feel like men are not balancing the balance between just being, attentive to, the woman's nature, which that you got to have some kind of tender, right? / being assertive. Like, when instead of being resentful or going to your boys about what you're frustrated about, you're not saying it in a way that is deliberate and received. For example, if you're not getting enough sex at home, you just gonna take it every day. I ain't getting none today. Oh, she says she tired today. Oh, she says she got a headache. Whatever the excuses are every day, you're just taking it every day, and you're not stepping up, and you're not saying what it is that you want, and then you go cheat or whatever. Maybe you're not a cheater. Maybe you just immerse into work and you're not home, and now you're not being present at home, and it just goes downhill from there. Whereas my husband can come and say to me, I'm just feeling like you're not giving me what I'm needing as well. But he says it in a way, because all this time he's been nurturing into me, to where he deserves for me to listen to him and receive what he's saying. Now, if you've been an asshole or butthole, all this time, and I want to go out, I want us to go out with my girlfriends, and you're like, I want to stay home and watch football like all the time, or that's just a little small example.
Yeah, but that's a good one.
And then, but when you come to me talking about want more sex, I'll be like, no, like, why? Like, you don't inspire me to want to listen to you. Right. But if you're filling the cup, like, you should be able to assert yourself as a man. Like, I want to see a man. Like, I want the boundaries. Like, I want to know I can't talk to you crazy. I want to know that when you are having something going on, that you're going to come say to me. And if I want to cry about it, you're like, I understand the tears, but I need you to hear me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that.
But that needs to be established early. People come into these relationships not true. Like, you're honest. Like, what you've constantly said the same thing about you guys balance. You make sure that he knows, because you're a free spirit.
Yeah.
So you need to. He needs to understand this. He understands it, and now y'all move as such.
Yes.
People get in relationships, and people get married, and know I can't say something to this person.
Yeah.
So now I can't say something to you about this. So I definitely can't say this to you. So it's best that I not even say anything and go get what I need and just come back to the crib.
So we talked about that, a little bit, touched on that a little bit earlier, but about communication, but not having the tools, not being taught, not saying, how do we fix it? I know you always say, we need you, Doc.
Yeah, this is where you come in, though.
And I want to, and I want to be able to have these conversations. And what I loved that you did at the gym, with the men, it starts with us having conversations with real people, like, by themselves, like gender specific, but that y'all are going to be real with each other. Sometimes with women, unfortunately, I feel like we don't have a woman like myself that's going to come and bring the male's perspective, right? Like that is like my whole theme. Like I'm going to give you all woman, but I'm going to let you know, like, if you're trying to be with a man, you got to understand him, you know, like you're trying to be with a woman, then go talk to her, you know, woman power to death, you know, and I'm here for all of that, of course. But at the same time, I always talk about studying who you trying to partner with, whether it's profession, like you need to, if you have a client, you need to study your client. You can't treat clients all the same. You know, you got to know them if you want to keep them in they're worthy of being kept, you know. And so how do we promote ignite the change?
I think the change come with having an open, safe forum. I don't know if that's counseling. I don't know if that's like, you know, therapy group. But I think the safe space to express your emotions is needed as amongst couples, because you can create such a thing between y'all where you can't even be vulnerable to this person because y'all got so much antagonism going on.
Right.
Like, I think the communication piece has to come from just creating a safe place to be vulnerable. And especially for men, like, we struggle with vulnerability.
Yeah.
It's like our Achilles heel. And anytime that vulnerability gets, if we sense just a inkling that, you know, we can't be vulnerable here for maybe
shut
all the way down.
Yeah.
There's no more communication. And now our alter ego come out, our protective, you know, masculine bravado comes out. Now we arguing.
Yeah.
When really our feelings were hurt. We don't know how to say that.
Right.
So I just think that we need to work on emotional health, like overall, like emotional health.
Yeah.
Like,
we need to tap back into what hurt us young.
yeah.
Because really,
it's still hurting you.
Yeah. Really, a lot of what we bring into our adulthood is tied to our childhood.
Yeah, and then we become conniving. That's really what it boils down to. The simplest state, if I say hello to you, you say hello to me, and I meet you out. Then we start talking. Now you trying to see, instead of you saying, hey, can you take me and my girlfriends out, and, you know, let's have a good time. But you asking me, can I take you and your girlfriends out? Versus, hey, meet me out. Now I got to buy a ball of section, paper gas, pay for entry and all that kind of stuff. It's a con.
Yeah.
Just like I'm like, hey, well, come to the house. We should be sitting around the pool,
yeah.
kicking and have a few
Just
drinks.
You and her.
Whole times I'm trying to smash. Whole time you
right.
trying to see if I got a bag. These are games. Once you get into, once you start to talk to each other, you already established that both of y'all are trying to get something from each other versus truly getting to know each other.
We were talking about on Sin's Corner with parenting, right? One of my things with when my aunts are around, you know, old school, and they hear my kids ask a question after let's say I'm like, no, I don't want you to eat this, right? And they're like, they're not listening. They don't say why. Like, they don't do that. They're just like, well, mommy, can I eat this? Because they've learned, like, you gotta, this is the time to pitch, you know, you got one time to pitch. If I say no again, then that's it, you know, but I give them an opportunity to counter my initial response if it's not something that they wanted to hear. And because and I had to tell my aunts that, because they hear it, they're like, oh, you ain't about to throw them under the table, you know, like pick them up, body slam them, you know, like, And so I had to break it down to them so they understand, you know, that I don't want to be the one that teaches them to accept no. I don't want to be that one. And then I expect them to not accept no
out in the world.
But I taught them that. I said no, don't ask questions. And if you ask questions, it's repercussions, you know? And so that goes on, you know, what you were saying with the content. So it's not that I've changed my way of thinking. It's because I didn't have understanding to go along with your response. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to find a different way to do about it. And sometimes that might be leading with deceit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what it is. I agree with you.
I got one question before we go. Who chooses, the man or the woman?
The woman.
Look at this one.
It's Atlanta. I live in Atlanta.
Boy.
I live in Atlanta.
It's going to be that one that shut them all the way down. But no, I do believe if the woman understands the true power of a woman, she understands that she chooses.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But a true woman of power, she doesn't come off hard.
No.
She doesn't. Well, femininity is not soft. Femininity is like, oh, whatever it is that you like. That is not feminine energy, just to let y'all know.
I came out of a woman.
Feminine energy is powerful, man. And a woman who knows her feminine energy, ooh.
It's different.
You be like, I said I would never do that. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
All right, Ace, tell the people where they can find you on social media.
You can find me at Ace Your Waist on Instagram. You can find me at Ace Your Waist on Facebook. I'm right here in the Smyrna area, as usual.
Yes. All right, G.
All right, you can find me on Facebook, Barbarian Burn. IG, Barbarian Burn. IG, G-Cool 5.0, and Power 108.9
That's
on Thursdays
right.
at 7 p.m. Don't play with us.
Okay. All right, you guys know where you can find me, the Syndy B. Spell my name right, Syndy. Every single Thursday, but I'm on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So I see you in September, okay? We on vacation out here. Michael, I ain't going to tell you where he going, but he out here, living his best life. But you all will find us in a couple weeks. The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. See you in September.
Out the back of the back for me, baby. I need to get right before I do this here.